I use this strategy every day and it consistently brings me profits. It's so stupid simple, even a beginner couldn't mess it up. And in this video, I'm going to break down the whole strategy and show you examples from a live chart. As we can see here, this is our bearish scenario and this is our bullish scenario. We'll go over our bullish scenario first. So what we wait for is displacement to the downside, targeting opposing liquidity. And once we get that liquidity sweep, we take our trade on the first 1 minute inversion of the leg back up, which in this case is right here. So we inverse our fair value gap and we enter once the candle closes to confirm that we have inversed it, not just wicked into it and respected it. What we do from here is once we place our trade, we put our stop at the wick that inverse the fair value gap right here, and we target opposing liquidity, which would be just here. Our bearish scenario, we wait for price to displace up, target opposing liquidity, and we wait for the first 1 minute IFVG out, which in this case is just here. Once the fair value gap has been closed through, then we can enter right there. Put our stops resting above the candle that closed through the fair value gap and target opposing liquidity, which is in this case here. There are only two things we need to know about this strategy. We need to know what liquidity is and we need to know what a fair value gap is. And I'm going to teach you what those two things are right now. So for our liquidity, this would be our liquidity here, okay? And then we're going to wait for a sweep of it, which happens right here. When we get our sweep, we need to wait for a fair value gap to form, which in this case is here. Once we get displacement through our fair value gap and a candle closure, which is this candle right here, then we can enter. So we'll put on a long position right here. We put our stops at this swing low, and then we can target opposing liquidity, which in this case is up here. As we can see, this trade hit for about a 1 to 5 RR and only took us 30 minutes. So if we were risking only $300 in this trade, we could have made $1,500 just like that, just by using this simple 1 minute strategy, which again is a sweep of liquidity. So this is our liquidity, we sweep it, this is our fair value gap that we formed on the way down, and we inversed it on this candle here. And then we enter and we target opposing liquidity, which would be here. Now I'm going to show you 4 more examples of this working. This here is our bearish example. So we have liquidity formed, we have equal highs, price runs those just here, and then what do? We find a gap, we find the first 1 minute inversion, and we enter on that candle. In this scenario right here, our 1 minute gap is here, and this is the candle that we inverse this 1 minute gap on. So what we do is once price closes below this gap, we enter, we put our stop at the swing higher and target opposing liquidity, which is down here. As we can see, this trade hit for a 1 to 3 RR. So if you were risking $300, you would have made $900, and this only took 31 minutes to hit. Here is another bullish scenario. So we have liquidity here, we have our sweep on this leg down, and we have our inversion up here. Our inversion fair value gap is on this candle right here. We're going to enter along once this gap is closed below, put our stop out to swing low and target opposing liquidity. In this case would be here. So that's about a 1 to 1.5 R, and that hit in like 10 minutes. Here is another bearish example. So we sweep liquidity formed right there, and then we inverse this gap here. We enter the trade on this displacement candle here with our stop out to swing high, and we target opposing liquidity, which in this case is here for a 1 to 1.2 R, or you could target down here for a 1 to almost 3 R. This is how easy this strategy is. Liquidity sweep, 1 minute IFVG out. Here is another bullish scenario of this trade. We have our liquidity here, and we have our liquidity sweep down here, with our fair value gap being right there. Now what do? We'll wait for this gap to be inversed. We inverse the gap on this candle right here, and we enter our long position up here with our stop at the swing low, targeting opposing liquidity, which in this case can be done here can be done up here. Now that's an easy 1 to 3R. So just to run over this one more time, in our bullish scenario, we wait for our liquidity sweep, which we have here. We then wait for our inversion gap, which we have on this candle right here. And once we inverse the gap, that is a candle closure, not just wicking through it, we target opposing liquidity and we put our stops at the swing low. In a bearish scenario, we wait for price to sweep liquidity, which we've done here, and then we wait for our IFVG to the downside, wait for the candle to close, do not enter prematurely, and we enter here targeting our swing low. It is that easy. The best thing about this strategy is it doesn't require a high time frame bias, doesn't require a daily bias. You either see it, you enter, you see it, you let it run, or you don't see it and nothing happens. If you want to learn more, my free Discord is in the link in the description below. Please like and subscribe.